everybody. How are you today? This was kind of an impromptu live broadcast, but not. So let's see here. Um, to make sure I got everything going. Plus, I like to wait just for a few moments for people to come on. So, if you are coming on the replay, I am going to be doing a journal process video today, just like I did yesterday as well. So, if you want to see the process videos that I was able to post for this, then there is actually a link in the description for the playlist for this. So I have a playlist, and it's going to be all things for this, including how to make this particular journal. So, again, I want to thank you all for coming on. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for today, but I did know that I wanted to just do a little bit of junk journaling. So, I thought I would take you along with me. So, before I go into the cloud, I always suggest that if these are the type of videos that you like, then make sure that you hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell as well. It's just a little bell, and then that way you'll know when videos like this one come out. So if you can do me a favor, if you are on and you're watching, if you're able to, then let me know if the sound and the video is okay. So that's always helpful for me. You can also share this out with your audience as well. And if you don't know how to interact on mobile, the only thing that you need to do is just swipe up on the screen of like your cell phone, and then you'll see like the chat window will come up at the bottom. So I know some people don't know that. I had to figure that out myself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go to the cloud. And we're in the cloud, yay. So I got a lot of stuff going on down here. I didn't really have that much time to set up because it's really my fault because I didn't give myself a lot of time. Um, and I wanted to fix something to eat, so I had to hurry up and eat my food and so I could be on with y'all. So I took out a few things because I wasn't sure. I got all these glasses. I feel like Fred Sanford. I know I make a lot of references to Fred Sanford, but that's because I like that show. Okay, good. Thank you, Gloria. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for helping out. So Fred Sanford on his show, he has like this drawer and it has all these glasses in it. He has some glasses in there that he uses to cheat with when he's playing cards. So I always remember that he always has like this junk drawer. Of course, his house is like a big junk drawer, but he has a big junk drawer that he has his glasses in. Hi, Angie. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a bit of junk journal again. I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do, so I have a drawer that I just been tossing things in. So I decided to just pull a few things out. So I had this tag. This came like on a shirt. It might have came on the shirt that I have. I actually, just by keeping these tags, I know that there's brands that I'm drawn to because I had a few of these tags. And then I had like a Junior Mint box that I kept. And I got like these Neutrogena soaps from a hotel that I stayed in, and I just like the clean cut of the box, so I'll be using that too. And then I got some more tags here. There's a lot of things that you could do with these tags because they're like really well made. And here's another tag, and these are some tickets, and actually got some tickets behind me someplace. These are going to be going up in the shop, but these were some that I was just kind of testing out, so I kept them because I didn't want to throw them in the trash. They were still good. Oh, you have glasses everywhere too. Yeah, and I just got like a pair of glasses too. I like these. See those right there? They're nice. These are my old lady glasses, and I have one more pair. So I have three. It's kind of nice to have them all over the place because I always leave them places. And this is a menu that I got from a restaurant. It's called Fred's Market. It's actually in Sanford, Florida, and it's like soul food. They have really good food. As a vegetarian, I'm able to go here and eat also. So let's see. And then I had this little envelope, and I was supposed to be doing like dailies for November, and it just didn't happen. I just got too busy, and I had some actually I had like some numbers that I had printed out and I had them in this envelope. So I don't think I'm going to use those today, but I just wanted to show you they were in here. And then I have some other like miscellaneous cuts from an embellishment pack that I had, that I made for my journaling. So I'll probably be using some of these as well. Now, one thing that I did know that I wanted to do that I hadn't done to this book. Oh, also, I took out some coffee filters. I actually include these in the embellishment packs that I have, if you all can believe that. Because, I mean, they're good material and they're nice to paint on. You can write on them. And so I'll probably be using those today also. And you can see I have like my little pack of goodies. And if you watched my video yesterday, you was seeing I just kind of stick things in here also of things that I might want to use inside of the journal. So I'll probably be pulling some stuff out here. See, my surface is already, it's getting there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, what I want to do is I want to put a hole back here. I have this, I've been kind of keeping this together with this sari silk, and it's okay, but I want to go ahead and attach it to this. So I'm going to do this really simple. And I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch here. I don't know exactly what the name of it is. I think it's a hole punch. And I'm going to pick like the largest hole, which is right here, to make. And this thing looks very intimidating, and that's because it is. It is, but it works really well. I love We Are Memory Keepers stuff. And it has like a little hole right here at the top, so you can look down and you can see what you're doing, basically, where the hole is going to be at. So I'm going to put my old lady glasses on, and I'm going to put a hole in the back of here. Hopefully the hole is going to be big enough, so wish me luck. And I'm just going to eyeball it, and wait, let me make sure I got the, yeah. I'm going to eyeball it. Ooh, this is kind of thick. It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit through here. Oh, I don't want to mess the book up. Let's see. Well, I'm going to make it fit. I might be messing the book up. This is my book, so I wouldn't never do this with a book that I was making for somebody, because I would be scared to death that I'm going to mess it up. So I can look through the hole there. I don't want it to be that deep. So I couldn't use like a regular hole punch on this for sure, because this book is thick. There we go. Now, I didn't mess the book up, so we're good. So it's like a small hole. So let's see. I would like for this to be doubled up. I'm gonna try to fish this through here, because you know you have to make your book your own book, of course. Just gonna take these scissors and see if I can. Oh, there we go. That was pretty easy. That was pretty painless to get that through there. And then I'm just gonna take this and pull this through, and voila, it is attached. And it doesn't look too shabby either. What do you guys think? Or what do you ladies think? Or what do you all think? So now when I can close it, I can just wrap it up like this, and I don't have to kind of look for it. It's already attached. So that was easy. Now I could as well, I could put a hole in the front, and then I could just split this up and then tie it, but I like it. I'm kind of into the wrapping these days, so I'm gonna leave that the way that it is. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to find a page that I'm going to actually journal on. And I have been doing some writing in here, and it's nothing that I don't want anybody to read, so it's no big deal. I would have things covered up. So you can see I showed this page before. It didn't have any writing. I wrote on this dictionary page piece of paper that I had. And
this noun means one side of a sheet of paper in a collection of sheets bound together, especially as a book, magazine, or newspaper. Do you want to hear the next one?
No, I was not talking to Siri. Siri picked up on my voice. That's pretty good, huh? She wanted to tell me what a page was. Okay, anyway, she disturbed my live stream. What the hooty hoo? Okay, so back to where I was at. So I did some writing down here on this dictionary page, and I know it's hard for you to read, but I can read it as well. You can actually use like color pens if you're writing on top of typeset also. So, and I have some writing down here. So I just want to kind of show you, you can write all over the place. So these pages still have tons of space that I can write on. I can write up here. I can write on top of the Monopoly money. I can write on the back of this guest check. I can write back here. And by the way, all these items came from some ephemera packs that I have up in the shop, and the link is down below for the shop. And I actually just posted up a postcard ephemera pack flip through, so you might want to take a peek at that one too after the live stream, because I would miss y'all if y'all left me. So I'm still trying to figure out what page I want to do. I did this the last time. And let's see, I did this the last time. I didn't do any writing on here yet. Um, what I want to do, so what I was looking at and why I had this out, because I wanted to do something with the coffee filters, because I really like my coffee filters, and since I drink lots of coffee, I just couldn't in my I couldn't throw them away. Oh, you can see the typeset through this. That's nice. I could put it on that page and just cut it down. That would be, I don't want to do any paints today. So we're not going to go the mixed media route, because I can go there easily. Because I like doing mixed media stuff. And I think I'm going to use this page right here. And this page is just, it's just a simple children's writing page, which I should be practicing my writing on. So I'm going to put this on here. But I want to leave some of the lines for journaling, because it's nice to have some straight lines in here too. I'm going to cut this down. Uh, let's see. I could make this into like a pocket. I hadn't thought about that. I love making pockets. I don't know why. Or I could put it down like this and make this into a tuck spot. I hadn't thought about that either. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this into a tuck spot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these together, because these are kind of, they're light. They're not going to rip easily, but I think I want to make it a bit more sturdier. I want it not more sturdier, but sturdier. So school teachers don't get me, because I have a public school education. I can't help it. Okay, so I'm just going to take out some scrap paper here. And I'm going to glue this whole thing together. I'm just going to use my glue stick. Let me get my glue stick out. And I keep all my glues like in these little planters. Now, mind you, I didn't really prepare anything before I got started. I'm going to try not to be on too long, but that doesn't always work out with me. I like to stay on for as long as I want to stay on. But I know that probably is not good for as far as YouTube analytics, but I just sometimes, whatever, you know. Okay. I'm just going to take my glue stick and go around this, especially get around the edges good. I'll be having some edge issues. And I just put like a little piece of paper down here to protect your surfaces. You always want to protect your surfaces. I mean, I have more of this material that I have down, but protect your surfaces and then you don't have to worry about it. And I don't even care that there's some crinkles in there. That adds character to the page. So now, let me move this out the way. And now the only thing about putting this on here is now I got to drag it around, but I still like it. So that's what counts. Okay, so where's the page? Okay. I wanted to try to do something in the back of the journal because I've been doing stuff in the front of the journal. And so I want to give it a little symmetry, although I'm going to use this whole thing. So I'm going to make this into a tuck spot like this. So I'm going to cut it. I'm just going to roughly cut it. As soon as I figure out, I need my scissors for this job. What do I do with my scissors? My big scissors, I don't see them. Oh, here they are. That's the crafting life. Can't find anything. It's the crafting life. Okay. So I do want this to go to the end of the page. But I want to cut it relatively straight, so I'm just going to hold it up. I'm going to do like a kind of like a rough cut. And I'm just going to line it up and take my scissors and make sure I'm in frame so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I don't have this down yet, so it's probably going to be crooked, but I just want it to be a relatively straight. It's no big deal if it's not. Okay, so now I can put this on like this. So I'm going to use some double stick tape. My favorite thing to use, almost my favorite thing to use. I just like glues and all kinds of stuff, so it's pretty easy to use because it's easy to rip. And put some on this side here because we want to leave the circle part out for our pocket. And then get my bone folder. I keep my bone folder on my desk because this is another one of the favorite things I love to use is my bone folder. And I always say you want to make sure that you even your tapes and stuff, you want to make sure that you press them down really good so that they will adhere to whatever surface that they're on. And then I'm going to take my little weeder, my Cricut weeder, which I love this thing. It's just easier to get the edges of the tape up if you have something straight. And you can use your X-Acto knife also. That works real well. Okay, so make sure my tape is not showing on this side. It's a little bit over. And now the way that this is not coming up. The way that I usually decorate or work in my junk journal is sometimes I'll go from page to page and put things down, and then later on I'll go and put some writing in. So you can see now we have a nice little pocket. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make this Junior Mint box into a journaling card. So let's just put this over to the side again. We'll be doing this a lot. Moving stuff out the way, moving stuff in. And first thing I'm going to do, it doesn't have like a lot of food debris in it, so that's important. You don't want it to have a lot of food debris. Now, I'm cutting on the side because I don't want to rip the front of the box up. I want to cut it kind of in a straight line. So I'm just getting rid of some of this excess. Now this piece actually, see food debris. Let me see if I have food debris on this side. Not really, but that's okay. Because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for that. That piece I'll throw in the trash. And because you probably don't want to have food debris in your book. So I got a little trick I'm going to show you that I like to do. And actually, I think I'm going to cut this down a little bit more. Because I don't really need this part right here that has like the weight and stuff. But you'll see what I'm going to do. But I do want to keep the top part. It kind of, the colors feel like Christmas on this. It doesn't even have to be like super duper straight. But I'm going to cut this part off. So I'm just going to go right above those and cut it as straight as possible, because me and my scissors, we don't really do well when it comes straight. That's not even nowhere close to straight. I don't think it might be because the junior mints are just it's the way the writing is. Let me throw that in the trash. So, but that's okay. It's okay. Everything can be fixed when it comes to crafting. I'm gonna use this, and actually, yeah, it's not straight. I don't want to cut the junior mints off though. I can make it a little bit straighter. Yeah, that's a little bit better on the eyes. So it's not too wonky. But I'm going to make this into kind of a journaling card. So the next thing that I'm going to do is first I'm going to just put this out the way. And I'm just going to get my paper here. And I need some paper. So hold on one second. Let me grab some of my paper. Okay, so I have some coffee dyed paper here, and all of the coffee dyed paper comes out so differently. And actually, wait a minute. Instead of using the coffee dyed paper, I'm going to use another. That piece is too small. Another one of these, because it looks like coffee dyed paper, doesn't it? Hi Denise, how you doing today? So I'm going to glue this on here, and then I'm going to cut, because I want to write this on, but it has a little bit of food debris on it. So this time, because I want this to like really stick down nicely. I don't know how this is going to work out. I've tried this technique with a coffee dyed paper, which by the way, you can get that in the shop as well. And actually my coffee dyeing station is at work right now. And I'm going to take out some decoupage. So this is Art Minds, and I've tried the, what do you call it, Mod Podge. Mod Podge is a little bit more pricey than this one, and I'm cheap, so that's why I got this one. And this one is the matte finish, but you're not going to see the matte anyway, because I'm only going to go in between the layers with this. So I actually have a brush that I was using, and I have it in water, which is not a good way to put your brushes. So don't do as I say and not as I do. Trust me. I'm gonna put it on this side. So let's take, and I'm kind of semi protecting my surface because I'm just using a little piece of paper. I should be using something a bit better than what I'm using, but you know, a girl's gotta do, right? A girl's gotta do. And I usually keep like a wet, kind of like a rag. This one's not wet, but I don't feel like giving up. So, all right, get some of this water off of here because there's a little water log there, and I just need a little bit of a Mod Podge. Try to keep you guys in the frame. I have a much better setup now. I did a lot of setup work yesterday. My desk is still a mess, but I have a much better setup. So then I'm just going to take this. Let's see if y'all can see. And I'm just going to drop this right on to this coffee filter right in the middle. And and you can see, well, I guess coffee filters is a filter, so the Mod Podge is coming through. And I like the way it looks too. I don't know if you all can see, it has like the ridges, and it's not perfectly flat. And you know what? I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. So the next thing I'm gonna do, because I'm not Mod Podging anything else on this paper. Let me close my glue up. I always try to close like my glues and paints up immediately because a Mod Podge, or that's not Mod Podge, but decoupage and Mod Podge, they dry pretty quickly. So you don't want your stuff to dry out. Now, here's another one of my favorite items. Dun, 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 a heat gun. And this one is, it's not, it wasn't labeled as a heat gun. It is a heat tool. And this one was supposed to be for heating cellophane, but it's the same thing. So like if you go to Michael's, the heat guns actually cost a few dollars more than if you go over to the floral section and get a heat gun that you heat up cellophane. So I got this one and it works perfectly. And since I'm impatient and I know y'all are impatient too, you just want to see and get this over with. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the heat gun, so I don't think it's not gonna be too loud. Oh, I just wanted to say, Denise is in the chat, and Denise, I watch your videos all the time. I might not comment on them depending on what I'm doing, but I watch your videos all the time with you and Leo. I think it's you with Leo, right? Leo, the kitty cat that's always in the way. I'm like, that darn cat. He needs to get out the way so I can see the journal. So this is going to dry like super, super fast. I'm not even going to have to leave the heat gun on that long. It's done. All right, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. So you guys got to check out Denise's channel. She does some amazing journals. I think I've learned some stuff from you, Denise. So thank you for joining me today. I feel honored. I'm just such a YouTube person, you guys. I love YouTube. I learned so much stuff on YouTube. It's ridiculous. If I need to know how to do something, I go to YouTube or Pinterest. One of the two. Alright, so you see how the card is coming out? It looks really pretty. Of course, nobody else is going to see this but me, but that's how it is. I still want my stuff to be pretty. So... there we go. So whenever you do this, you always want to make sure you give your edges a little care. And I think the edges are going to be okay. So now I have a journaling card. And I keep those pieces too. Those extra pieces, I'm sure I can do something with. All right, so now I have a Junior Mints journal card that I can, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this inside here also. So let's see. Go back here to the back because that's where this one is. So here's our pocket, and I do like Junior Mints, and I don't really get them when I go to the movies. Like I used to eat like a lot of candy when I went to the movies, but I'm getting too chubby. So maybe you're oh. No, not a cool mom. No, Leo, your cat. Because a cool mom doesn't have, oh, you are a cool mom. Oh, am a cool mom. Wait a minute. Maybe you're thinking I'm a cool mom. No, I know a cool mom. You don't have Leo the cat because you have the kitty cat on your thing. You sure? Let me know, Denise. Okay, so now we have a journal card here. So I'm not going to write on it right now. And I still have room to write on here. So let's see. What else do she want to do today? So I definitely want to use that coffee filter. And let's see. What else would she like to do? You know, something else that I want to do. This page right here. This is actually a book cover. It's a full book cover right here, and I don't remember which book that I took it off of, but I like the book cover. I like the picture on the front, so I kept it. And so I made this into a pocket so I can put something in here. So I'll probably put a journal card in here as well. Let's see. Let's see, will the junior mints fit in here? See, the junior mints fit. Oh, that looks pretty too. Maybe I'll leave that there. I'll put the junior mints in there for now. So what I want to do with this side was something a little bit different. I also, nope, no Leo the cat. Okay, I got the wrong person. Darn. I'm sorry, Denise. But that's okay. If y'all can find, I think her name is, I don't know. Let me keep it going. Okay, what I did here was I took like some scraps of cardstock and I just put down the strips down here, and then I took like some labels and put them over the top. Isn't that pretty? So I also put just some washi tape down the middle, even though it was just a continuous sheet. I I just put this in the middle to kind of break things up. So what I'm going to do here, and since I want to do like get a straight line going, I'm gonna use my paper cutter again. My handy dandy Fiskars paper cutter. Now I like this paper cutter, however, I think it was made a little bit wonky, and apparently I'm not the only one that has a wonky one. I probably could have contacted Fiskars and got a different one, but depending on how you use it, sometimes the lines don't always come out straight, which kind of sucks. All right, so I'm just gonna make this just a little bit shorter and put it all the way to the end, because I just want to try to get kind of a straight line here, and I'm gonna cut off that tab. Okay, so that's pretty straight. And so I still have this piece, and I'm going to use this piece still because it's really strong, and it's still going to, I didn't want to do another pocket this way. What I'm going to do is actually move the paper this way, and then I'll have the pocket on, still going to be a pocket on this side. So waist, let's cut off, let me get that back. Let's cut off of this side here. So what are you all doing? Are y'all at work and y'all on here watching me? Or are you at home creating? Are you a YouTuber? Let me know if you are a YouTuber and you have a channel, because I do try to go and look at other people's channels because I always need stuff to watch. And even though I am even though I have a maybe like 200, I'm subscribed to 200 channels, only like 20 of them post regularly, so I'd be needing stuff to watch. I could just turn this right over like this, but this side is kind of slit. You can see it's kind of crooked. Let me straighten that up. Oh, Denise said that my journals are starting to look great. Thank you very much, Denise. And you know what? It's taking practice, but I'm like, I don't have to say, I am just a super duper quick learner when it comes to doing stuff like this. So I pick up real fast. And so my journals are getting better and better as well. So it just takes like practice. And then when you first start making the journals, I think a blockade is that you feel like you don't want to mess anything up, and it just slows you down, and you get stuck in your own mind. So what I do now is when I'm making the journals, is I always say to myself, I can always do the journal over again. When it comes to making the covers, and I'm always thinking this is a test. Go ahead and just do whatever you're gonna do, and that made my process a lot faster. Just some self-talk made my process a lot faster. So I want to make this into a pocket, but I'm actually going to make this into like a double pocket. So you'll see I put like the tape around the edges, and then I'm going to put some tape right down the middle here. And that's going to create my double pocket. And I know I got a little bit more tape than I need, so you can see that. So this is where the opening is going to be at on that side. So I'll just cut that off, that excess off, and use my bone folder to make sure I got everything all down good. good. And then I'm going to take my little weeder here. I'm trying to go fast, but not, because, like I said, I don't really care how long I'm on. I just want to be on for as long as I want to be on. That's my goal. All right, some of my tape came up. I didn't mean to do that, but I think it's okay. All right. Y'all know I be here. Sometimes I'm here by myself, and I'm doing stuff like this, and I be talking to myself like I'm on Food Network or something. My family is used to it though. They just ignore me and just keep on trucking. Or I'm in here singing songs. I make up songs. Okay, so I've never tried this technique before. I'm making a double pocket, so wish me luck. I am going to put this like towards the middle. So I'm going to put it down as straight as I possibly can, because you know, straightness is not a game. All right, so it's all the way down. So I should have 2 pockets now. So let's just check. We're going to take this tag here, and if it's there, and that's the end of the pocket, and then we have another pocket. So what I'm going to do is probably, this one's a little bit shorter. I'm going to make 2 tags to go in here. I don't know if I'm going to do that today or not, but all right, so we have that journaling card, and I am going to cover this up. And you know what? I'm going to use some pictures at it. I was actually kind of testing my printer because I didn't like the print that was coming out. First of all, I was running out of ink, and I'm the type of person that even though my printer tells me that I'm running out of ink, I will keep using that bad boy until like the colors change. And so unless I'm printing stuff out for other people, but for me, like you can see right here, like the ink was running out, and finally it turned green on me. And I stopped it, and I decided still to use the same paper. And then I was doing a bit of a test, because sometimes you don't know how your stuff is going to print out until you put different types of paper in. So this one is glossy. It's glossy photo paper. And I don't know how I feel about the colors. I think I'm running out of another color. I can kind of tell. So the colors are still a little bit off. And to me, everything looked like it had like a film. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's this paper, because I got this glossy paper at Goodwill, and it was, you know, like $1 and something. And I thought that was a terrific find. And then this paper right here is this. It's the Nia Bright White paper, and I use this for a lot of stuff. I love this paper. And so that's this paper. And you can see it's not that much different. It has like a matte finish. I like matte. And then I just used a 32-pound paper, and I tried it on that one too. So I got all these duplications of these pages. Now, I do know also that depending on how people coffee dye their paper, the acid in the coffee could affect your pictures. So I don't know if it's going to affect the pictures on regular paper, but I'm like, it's just a junk journal, so I don't care. If I use like regular paper, and then that would be fine. You know what? This is not the one I wanted. I want, since I started cutting this, so I'll probably be using those in a lot of different places. I'm going to put, hold up. I'm going to use this picture. I'm going to use the picture of the buttons. We're just going to go with it. I'm trying not to think too much into it, because that's what slows me down. And I start thinking into what I'm doing. So I like the way this picture is here. So I'm going to try to put that picture there also. I'm going to give it a little bit of a background. And since, what did I do? Since I had like some scraps, I'm going to take some of these scraps from the coffee filter. I'm going to try to use as much as I can. And like kind of cover this piece up back here. She's not being very successful at it, I must say. So Denise says that she's working on a prayer journal and hoping to finish it by New Year's. So let me see, Denise. Denise, do you have a channel? Let's see, I'm gonna go to the channel. I'm gonna see if you have a channel, Denise. I just have a feeling that your name looks so familiar. Just have a feeling that, oh no, maybe I'm not subscribed to your channel. Okay. I want to see your prayer journal. Are you gonna put it on your channel? Okay. So how about we do something like this? This is a picture of some buttons I had laid out, and I always like repeating patterns and things like that, so I always take pictures of stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna just glue this down, because see, I'm thinking too much into this again. I'm gonna take some double stick tape for this job again. Yep, she's using a lot of tape. Because it's the tape life. It's the tape life. I don't want stuff to come up because it's a book and I'll be flipping through it. Alright, take my handy dandy weeder. I do have my trash can right next to me. I reach over my arm instead of just reaching down and putting this in the trash can. But again, it's the crafting life. I know some people have like a little like trash bin on their desk, which is nice. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for joining me today. We're junk journaling. Okay, so I'm going to go here. And if y'all haven't checked out Rachel's channel, she has she does planning and all things planner related, decorating and all that good stuff. Y'all have to check her out. Go out just a little bit. So this will create a frame. Alright, and then before I put that down, hold up. Let's just alright, this is my bag, y'all. This I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna try to put, I don't think I can put it up on the desk. This is my bag of scraps. It looks like trash, but look at that. See, it's a lot left on this one. And it has like all these perfectly cut lines of stuff. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use some pieces out of here. And I promised myself I wasn't going to save any more scraps, but I don't know about that. So I'm going to kind of do this the way I did this one because I like the way that came out. And it kind of matches. And I could get a chance to use some of my scraps. So, ooh, look at this. Look at this pattern. Isn't that pretty? But I only just want from this like some of the straight pieces. But I can use this for a journaling card. Let's see. So Angie said that she finally finished a journal for her mom last week. Ooh, do you have it like posted on social media or anywhere? I'd love to see it. That's awesome. Okay, so I got me like a little piece here. I might want a bigger piece. I don't know if I have a bigger piece. Let's use this. We got to use what we got. See, I'm not pulling out anything new to do this. So if you are starting a junk journal, then just know that you don't have to buy a bunch of extra stuff. That's the important piece. Don't buy a bunch of extra stuff for your junk journal because you probably have stuff at home already. Look in your trash. Trash can be a beautiful. I'm just pulling out some papers. I'm not really thinking too much into it. Just pulling out some strips because I'm going to put the strips on here. I'm not even thinking about the colors. And Otherwise, we'd be here forever. Forever, ever. Let me see if that might not be long enough. What's this one? So I'm using like some different ones. Oh, I keep dropping them. All right, let's see. Do we have enough here to go across this page? Actually, I like this one. We'll go all the way. Oh, where's my picture at? So my picture is going to be up here. I'm going to put it all the way to the top. And my picture is going to be up here. So this will be up under it. So let's see. Let's see if we can get these so that they'll go all the way down. And I know I'm still going to have to cut these down just a little bit. So we're just junk journaling today for everyone who's just joining. We're just doing a little junk journaling with some trash. Some beautiful trash, mind you. Because that's where I'm in right now. I'm like in my little trash bin. Well, my trash bag that I showed. I was in a mood today. I wanted to do some junk. I love junk journaling. I got to get work done too, but, you know. Junk journaling first. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, I need like one more piece. One more piece. One more nice piece I'm looking for. Here's a nice piece. Is that gonna fit? Hold up, y'all. She looking. See, I have like all, like, these scraps. May have like a lot of good pieces left. This might be enough. Because it doesn't have to go all the way to the end. Okay. Let me set my little trash bag to the side here. So the next thing that I'm going to do... Uh-oh. Got stuff everywhere now. All right. We got the crafter's life going again. We have a lot of stuff going here. All right, so this one is pretty straight. So, you know what? I'm not even going to cut it. I'm going to rip it because I like the rip look. And I'm just going to, you don't have to go all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to rip that. It's going to be there. Just trying to move some stuff out of the way. And my paper I was using. Okay, I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this. Okay, now we're on our way. Because remember when I started, I said I didn't really plan anything. So I want to make sure I get the edges especially. I don't know why, I'm terrible at getting the edges with my glue stick. And I don't even mind if there gets a little glue on the front because it'll go away. It's kind of transparent. And voila. Got glue on my hands, but alright, so we got another piece here. We'll put you here. And just gonna rip it. That way I don't have to think too much into it. Put that there. Glue stick it. Makes me happy to be able to use trash. You could do this also with washi tape. So if you have some washi tape, this has words on it, so make sure it's the right way. You could do your washi tape in strips also. I like it. Next, I think I have two colors that are close. Let's use this one next. Yeah, let's use this one next. So this one, I have to cut this a little bit because it's a little cray cray. first. And then I only have to work with what I got, what I'm going to use. Now here's where the crazy unstraightness comes in with my cuts. I'm going to try though. Okay. And the glue. So this is, you know what? It doesn't even feel like a Christmas weekend to me. Does it feel like Christmas weekend to you all? Are you finished with your Christmas shopping? I don't Christmas shop, so I was finished before I started. But are you finished with your Christmas shopping? The only thing that we're going to be doing, really, we'll have our family get together and we're going to be cooking and all that stuff. But, and there will be some gift giving. I just don't do the gifts, and my family knows I don't do gifts. So they don't expect it because I tell them that every day is Christmas when you come to my house. So, and when I see something I think that my children or my grandchildren will like, I'll get it for them and I give it to them right away. So I don't wait till Christmas to give anybody anything. Oh, I didn't rip this one. That's okay. There's no mistakes in crafting. Oh, I'm just going to rip it right now. And of course I have glue like all over my fingers. Because that's how it is. I just did my nails. Did I do my nails yesterday? Might have been day for yesterday. So my beautiful nail polish has glue on it. So I always post up when I do my nails. I always post up a picture of it because probably like about an hour after that, it's going to be a hot mess. So you can follow me over on Instagram as well, or we'll follow each other over there on Instagram. I like Instagram. That's probably where, other than being over here on YouTube, that's probably where I'm most active is on Instagram. So, and the name is Liz for a Day. So if you go over to Liz for a Day over on Instagram, she's there. This seems like a slow process, doesn't it? But it's gonna look pretty when it gets done. Just like this page. All right. So Angie said, no, it doesn't feel like Christmas at all. You still have to put up your tree. You still got to put up your tree. I'm not judging because I bought this little bitty tree because I didn't have a lot of space this year to put up my regular tree. I bought a little bitty tree and the only thing that's on it is some lights. It doesn't have nothing else on it, so it looks like truly like a Charlie Brown tree. So I am not judging. One year you waited till Christmas Eve to put up the tree and didn't take it down until after Easter. Oh, I got one better than that, Denise. I got one better. I have a Christmas wreath. Okay, mind you, I've been in this house since, what's this, 2017. For about 25 years I've been in this house, and I have a Christmas tree wreath that's up over my door in the window that has been there for 25 years. So I got you on that one. And nobody really notices it for some reason. But I never took it down because it was up so high. It's like up in the window because I have like the vaulted ceiling. So it's up in the window. So like the ribbons aren't even red anymore because the sun has washed them out. They're like brown. So yeah, I got you beat on the Easter thing. 25 years a wreath been up. And you know what? I thought about taking it down and I was like, nope, I'm going to leave it up there. Just for the heck of it. Okay, so this is how our pocket is looking now. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, ooh, look, I could do that. Don't want to do that with this hanging over though. Maybe I'll just make this into a tag. I'll make that into a tag. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down. Let me close up my glue. I left my glue stick open before too. And the good thing about this this Elmer's glue stick, even though I left it open like overnight. And this is the same one. And only thing I had to do, it got a little bit hard on the end. I just cut the end off and it worked. It still worked. So I'm glad I didn't like toss it away. So don't toss your stuff away. Sometimes there's a workaround. I know, Denise. I know. That's a crazy story, huh? Like nobody knows about that except for us now. I never told anybody else that that reef was up there because nobody notices. But my kids know. They don't even mention it anymore. They're used to the tree being up. Of course, my childrens are grown now, so my grandkids they don't. Of course, they don't notice nothing. Okay, because they're little bitty. Okay, that's my story time for today. The Christmas wreath. I like the story times. I got lots of stories. I have tons of stories, but my channel is not a story time channel anymore, so I don't really tell my stories. So I guess this is a good time to tell stories when we are crafting together. All right, so now I'm gonna put this joker here. Dun dun dun, and I like the way it looks. It's a little crooked, but I don't think I can take that back up because I just pressed it in. Nope, I'll leave it the way it is. It's, it's a little crooked, but okay. So this can still go in here, and you know what? I love this tag. It's beautiful. However, I don't need this part here on the back because I want to be able to journal. I like having lots of journaling spots, and I've just been tossing stuff all over the place. So I don't know what's where and who's what. But what I think I want to do is like put this ticket. Scissors. This was a stamp that kind of didn't really go right, but I decided to keep it anyway. It's just white. I love coffee dyed everything. I'm a coffee dyed kind of girl. Ooh. I was going to say I can put this on here like that, but then I won't be able to journal on top of it. Heh. I also was going to take, I was actually going to cut this off. I thought about it just now. And then cover this whole thing with some coffee dye paper, but I'm not going to do that. She is going to, I don't know. She's going to think about that. Let me think. That's going to be its home. So I'm going to make this one into a tag, and this tag is going to go down here. I'm going to cut it just a little bit more because it's just a little bit too long. Now y'all going to see my terrible tag making skills as well. So it's still a little tight. I'm going to cut some more of the edge off so it can fit in comfortably. Okay, so that's good. So it's going to be 2 tags there, and we have our journaling card there. So if you're making journals for somebody else, you can do kind of use the same concept as well. I always like to have lots of pockets. I probably should have made this into a pocket too. Anytime you can lay something down and leave a pocket, that's great. You can make anything into like a journaling card because you can cover the back of it with some coffee dye paper or any kind of paper. But you want something that you can write on. And so with these, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to make this into a tag. And like I said, my tag skills are not that great. And I don't have like a template, which I probably should. But this is what she's going to try to do. First, you want to try to have like a bit of a straight edge. And then, wish me luck. I'm just going to cut like a triangle off of this side. But you want to save that triangle. And then you want to take that triangle. This is when, if you have fat fingers, it's hard to do. You're going to flip this over and you're going to put it up in the corner here. Because if you try to eyeball this, it's not going to work for quotes. You can try it. If you're good like that, I say go for it. But okay, so I put it up in the corner like that. And then I'm going to cut it. So I'm using that kind of like as a template. And then da-da-da-da, I got a tag, and it's not that shabby. But I'm gonna go a little bit further because that's what we do. We go further. I'm going to make sure everything's still okay here. Yeah, looks like we're okay. So I'm gonna use my corner chomper, my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, and I'm using the 1/4 of an inch because there's a 1/4 of an inch side and a 1/2 of an inch side. And now our little tag is coming to life. And then I'm going to use my 1/4 of an inch hole punch. So it's bigger than a regular hole punch, but you can use a regular hole punch. And I'm going to put a hole in here. It's a little bit off, but I mean, I could see it. Probably if I didn't say anything, y'all wouldn't even know. Okay, and then I have like some scraps on my desk. I always have stuff on my desk. It's ridiculous. What kind of scrap do I want to use? Maybe this was like some raggedy material that I had. Let's try to use this. I hope everything's still okay because my software looks kind of funny, like there's nobody watching me right now, but I don't think that's the case. Sometimes it gives you like these crazy messages and stuff on YouTube that your stream is down and it's still running. So you all can let me know if you can still see me. So I'm just gonna take a little piece off of here. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but again, she's using some of her hoardy scraps. And I'm gonna open this up and pull you through. And it's like really ragged. Okay, and then I'm thinking I should have did this a little bit differently. I'm just gonna cut the ends off a little bit. So look at that, like a like a floppy ears there, and stick that in there. They have the I don't really like that. You gotta go with what you like. I'm gonna take that off because thank you, Angie. Okay, this is ugh, I don't like that. So let's see here. All right, I'm gonna use I used this yesterday too. Some yarn. I got this whole big. Oh wait a minute, look. I'm gonna use this. I got this big thing of yarn at an estate sale for $2. I remember that price because I was like, that's amazing for $2. So I just keep that on my desk because I use it a lot. So I'm gonna. What did I say I was gonna use? Hey, it disappeared. Oh, I think I might have. I don't know what I did with it. It was a black piece of. Forget it. I'm not gonna use that because I can't find it. I tossed it away somehow. Dagnabbit. It's the crafter's life. Okay, but I do have some white thread I can use. Let's use that. I was gonna use that black thread. I have some more, but I don't want to get up and get it. I'm too lazy. To get it. So I always keep, when I'm doing the books, I always keep like any extra threads that are too short to use for anything else, but because sometimes I can make tags out of them. So let's see, I'm going to use 2 pieces of this, I think. Again, that's my hoardiness. You kind of like it? I kind of like it too. All right. Let's see, what's my time? I'll probably just be on for maybe about 20 more minutes because I really do need to do some other work. But I'd enjoy this so much, I could just keep on going. So this tag, I'm going to tie on to the best of my ability with my fat fingers. Sometimes it's hard to do stuff when you got chubby fingers. My fingers need to lose some weight. So maybe if I junk journal more, since I'm using my fingers, that's like finger exercises. What do y'all think? That's my story, and then I don't have to get up and like exercise my whole body. All right, let's see. Then I'm gonna put. You're not the only one that does that. Being hoardy, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Angie. Yep, I keep everything. It's ridiculous. Like I'll probably still keep some of this thread because I still didn't really use all of it. I'm trying to put a knot in here. It's kind of sliding, but that's okay. That's kind of big knot. Maybe I won't put a knot in here. I'm just gonna cut it and let the strings hang. How about that? That's good enough. I'm making too much out of it. She's doing too much. Okay, there we go. Blam. So now I have some tags. So that tag was already made, but I'm gonna go ahead and cover this back part up. I only need just a little piece. I don't know why I'm thinking so deep into this. I only need like a little piece of something to go on the back of here. So I'm gonna use, oh, I can't take it apart because I glued it. So, ooh, I got an idea. Look, I can make this into a little tuck spot on the back of a tag. I never did that before. That's kind of cool. I'm in. Okay, so tape. This time I'm going to use some smaller tape, and this is 1/8 of an inch in width. And the reason why I'm using the smaller tape is because I want, if I use the bigger tape, it takes away room inside of the pocket. So I'm using a smaller tape. And this tape I actually got from Tuesday Mornings. So I just got a whole poop load of tape. Usually if I see it, I just grab. I hate doing it, but I grabbed all that they had. Because I feel like it's kind of greedy when you do that, but ain't nobody got time to keep running back and forth to the craft store to get stuff when you use stuff a lot. Okay. So again, I'm using my little weeder. Because I can get stuff up really, really quickly. Oh, really quickly. I have some books that I'm working on too, some book covers. One of them is basically finished. So I just gotta do the innards. I will show it to you all. I'll give you a little bit of a peek at it. So Angie says that I was just going to suggest that Great Minds. Yes, Great Minds. All right, so we're gonna take this. Y'all don't look at the size on the tag, okay? She's chubby, okay? All right. I don't mind sharing my size with y'all. It is what it is. You know, if somebody called me like fat, I wouldn't even get mad because I already know. I'm chubby. I don't know why people get mad that somebody alludes to the fact that they're fat. They already know they're fat. What you gonna get mad for? Just keep it rolling. If you don't like it, you need to do something about it. So, if somebody called me chubby, I'd be like, I know. It's all good. She's working on it. Okay, so this tag now has a little tuck spot. I just want to test it out. Let me see if I have something small in my bag. Not really. Like maybe this flower here. But really, you could put like a picture or something back there, but that's awesome. I'm going to probably use that in some of the books that I make for other people. That's such a good idea. I'm so proud of myself. All right, so now that tag is ready to use. This tag is ready to use. These pockets, I can stick other things in this pocket. That's ready to use. This pocket is ready to use. Now, I wouldn't have been able to like write things on this unless I kind of prepared the surface with maybe some gesso. which is kind of like it's a like a liquid medium that you put down like on a canvas to prepare it so that you can paint, but you can write on it too. So I would have had to like gesso that in order to use this because it's like really slick. So that was just a fantastic, and that was a book. This was a book cover. See, this is the front. I'm not gonna cover this book cover because I just love the way it looks. It's pretty. Um, I have an idea though. I won't say I won't cover it, but I have an idea. So this still, I feel like it's not enough. I feel like it's still not enough on this page. Maybe I'll use like I did on this side because I have a few tags that are the same because I like repeating patterns. So this one is a little bit roughed up, so we're gonna have to give her a little bit of a cut down, and then we'll make this one kind of almost the same size because you know how us crafters roll. Nothing is enough. I know when I'm watching other people on their channels making stuff and they start doing stuff and I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful, and then they do some more and I'm like, oh no, they're gonna mess it up. And but by the end, oh my goodness, their stuff is just beautiful. So I can't say that's going to be the same for me, but we're gonna go with that for now. Okay, so I'm gonna use double stick tape again. I gotta get some of this stuff off my desk. I'm gonna use some double stick tape here, because as you can see, this is the tape of the day. And I think this is like a 1/2 inch. Oh, see, I got too much. So let's do this. Because I was trying to eyeball it. And let's get our bone a folder. Put this down. And I'm going to use the 1/8 of an inch double stick tape on this part here. And I'm going to take that tape off my desk because that tape picks up everything and gets on my nerves. And I don't want wasted tape. And then we're going to use our little weeder. Our little weeder. And we'll put it down straight. Even though that picture, now you can really tell the picture is not straight. But that's okay. It is what it is. And, oops, we're tossing papers because that's how we roll. I've been, since I've really been like getting down with this book, I've been like taking my book to bed with me, and I can flip through it. Sometimes I just flip through it, and then I'll go in and I'll write some few things. Do you guys do that? Do you all like flip through take your stuff to bed with you? I love my books. I love my junk journals so much. I really do. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, because I'm still not finished with this, because what I want to do, because this picture, it seems like it's, even though it has like this background with the coffee filter, it's not, to me it doesn't feel like it has a good frame. So I'm just going to take just my G2, my Pilot G2 pen, and I'm just going to go around the edges of it. What I should have did also is before I put it down was to like rub some ink on the sides, because that helps too to kind of give it a frame. But since we didn't do that, we're just going to go with just regular old ink. I even thought about using some white ink, but so that helps out a little bit. I still feel like that picture needs something, but I think I might leave it alone. So let's see. About 15 more minutes, so let's see what else can we do in our junk journal for now. So yeah, I still have that whole back page to do. I still have quite a few pages in here, and if you all have been following along, I did if you didn't see the video from yesterday, I've had some computer fiascos and I've lost lots of footage. So I did kind of do a little bit of a flip through of some of the pages that I've been doing. But I still have a lot of pages left to do. Um, what I want to do next is, like, this page is pretty much finished for decorating. And these are all finished. I just need to do writing on those. I got this tea bag. I had crumpled it up before I decided I wanted to use it in my junk journal because I had some Sweet Dreams chamomile and mint tea. Mint is my favorite tea, but I love chamomile too. So I wanted to put this into my journal. Even though it got crumpled up, it just, for me, it just gives it kind of some extra character. So, and I was thinking about like cutting the top off to make it straight, but I'm not going to do that either. And there's no food products on the inside. It smells absolutely delectable because I can smell the mint in there. So hopefully it'll add like some fragrance to the book. And that's one thing that you can do too. In my last book, I used some homemade gesso that I made, and it had baby powder in it. So when I put it on the pages, every time I would flip the pages, I could smell the baby powder, and I loved it. I didn't know it was going to do that, so it was kind of a happy surprise. Okay, so I'm going to put this here on this page because it's not enough for me. It's just not enough. And plus, I wanted to use this. I don't even think I used everything that I pulled out, actually. So, and what I'll probably do with this one is maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to say because she doesn't know. It just depends on how she feels at the moment as to how we're going to do it. So let's just go ahead and once again use our Cricut reader. I'll probably be doing, well, not probably, I'm going to be doing more Cricut tutorials, but they're going to be on the Patreon channel. And so January is going to be a lot of stuff coming up on the Patreon channel. I'm going to just put this dead center here because I don't know why snowflakes make me think of dreams, especially since I'm down in Florida. I don't see any snowflakes, which is absolutely fine with me. I grew up in the snow and I don't need to ever see snow again. Let's just put it like that. Now, what I'm going to do, because we still have a little time left, is I'm going to make a tag to go inside here. Let me see if I have one. I might have a tag in my little... No, I don't want to do that. I need to use these, though. I like these a lot. Not on this page, though, but... I'm trying to find... I know it's a lot of patterns going on here, but you know what? I like that. You have to do what you can get down with. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your book, you got to get down with your own book. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this because I already know it's gonna be too wide, and she's gonna try to do a tag again. Wish me luck. Just trying to, I'm going to use the lines to cut, so. And I can still use, like, part of this, too. Like, I can use this for something else, too. You know I'm keeping it, because that's how she rolls. So let's see if this will fit in here. Yep, it'll fit. It'll fit into this nice minty smelling. Oh, maybe not. I think I need to cut you a little bit. Oh, no, it'll go. It's just giving me a hard time. So that's going to fit in there. Maybe I won't make it into a tag. Maybe I'll make it into a tag, but I won't put a string. I like putting strings on the tags, though. I got a better idea. She's got a better idea. I'm going to use this. And I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to make a tab out of it. Heh heh. Heh heh. And this time, hold up. She's pulling out her Tim Holtz Distress inks. And I need to replace my little pad here. Because I was using this with my Delusions. I'm going to do like a review on the Delusions paints I got. Y'all, I love those Delusion paints. They are so awesome. So this time, I'm going to go around the edges of this. This is a quick way to, add that vintagey look. And this pattern actually just looks vintagey anyway. It has like a lumberjack kind of pattern. It did look like writing pages. Now it looks like a pattern off a shirt. It took on a whole nother dimension. That's usually how it is when it comes to like cardstock. Like you never know how it's gonna look until you get to the end product. That's what I always say, because sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, you have to have some vision when it comes to crafting, because you never know how things are gonna come out. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, and it's okay if this sticks up too, I'm gonna bring it down just a bit. And I'm going to use my Tim Holtz mini stapler. I really like this thing because it has like that deep groove, so I can. All right, so you can see how I stapled that on. So now that way, it kind of makes it easier to pull the tag up and kind of add some interest. So now we have another journal spot. So that's one thing I found when I had the last junk journal that I had. Like I had made so many little tuck spots and stuff. I still have room in that journal that I can journal things on. I want to say it's ridiculous, but I love it. All right, I still have a few minutes left. I was even thinking about putting something inside of them, but these are already covered up now. I could still put this on here. This page is out of control, and I love it. Okay, I'm going to use just a little bit of double stick tape on this because I just don't feel like taking the glue out. Plus, I don't know if the glue is going to work on this because it has like the glitter's not coming up, but it has a really rough surface. So you have to take into account your actual surface when it comes to your adhesive, if it's going to stick or not. These are some stamps that eventually will go up in the shop. It's a lot to putting up products in the shop. I have a lot of things I want to put up for y'all. Ooh, I like that. This page came to life. See, every little piece of everything that you do makes your pages come to life. And I like it. Let's see. Is there anything else that I would like to use? First of all, let's just kind of do a little get some of this trash up. You can't even see the book for all the trash that I got going. I keep that though. So I have my trash can here. I actually have a little broom that I use on my desk because it's easier for me to do that. Do you store your Delusions paint or order? Do you store but your Delusions paint or order it online? I got mine at Michael's, and I got most of the colors as well. I figured, and they were on like a deep sale. I got them for like 30% off, and then I had a 20% off coupon. So they only cost like $2.50 a pot. And I thought that was such a fantastic deal, but they were at Michael's when I saw them. I think Joanne sells them too. I don't know if you have those stores in your area, but I'm sure they sell them online as well. I should put a link below to the ones that I have. I am going to do a kind of like some paint samples with them because I really love the Delusion. So I have this glassine bag that I just had in the front of my journal of some little goodies that I intend to use. I didn't use this, so I'm gonna put this in with that too. So it won't be sticking out. And put the rest of my scrap stringage back in a jar. I have a jar for that. And I'm just trying to move some stuff out the way so we can enjoy what we've done today. And plus, I'm gonna have to clean this stuff up anyway because I have some videos that I have to do. I have lots of videos I have to do for y'all because I lost so much footage. I have to play catch up now, which I kind of don't mind because I love doing YouTube videos. So yeah, the dilution. Here's this one is the black dilutions paint. These are the ones I'm talking about right here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you they go on so smooth. I'll show you the page that I use this on. Uh, where are you, page? Oh, must have passed it. Oh, here it is. This is the page that I use this on. This page was completely white, and I used this. I used one of these pads on here, and I put just a tiny bit of the delusions on here, and look at the coverage that I got. It's amazing. And it is so smooth, and once it's dry, you can write on it and you don't have to worry about tearing your pens up. It's amazing. So once I tried it, I was like, I'm all in. I'm gonna get all the colors. So I'm not gonna go too deep into it because that's gonna be for another time for you guys to see the video on that. I'm still picking up stuff. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. And I made more space on my desk to work in. See how that goes. You say you love the way you built the journal up. Thanks for the great ideas. You are so welcome, Raggedy Girl. So I'm going to show you how fat it is. Look at that. The stuff hanging all out. I don't even mind the stuff hanging out. And again, if you didn't see how to make a journal, you can make a journal really, 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 really easy. Now, I did sew this one on. It has one signature in here. That's it. One signature. You don't even have to sew them in. You can have it as a loose binding, and you can use like a ribbon to keep it in. So just keep that in mind. So if a sewing is intimidating to you, don't worry about it. I have pockets on here. They look like they're sewn, but they're not sewn on. They're actually glued on. So a tip is, if you are going to use some sewing, sew first and then glue on. So that's what I did with my pockets. And these pockets are super sturdy. They're not coming off. So let's look at some of the stuff that we did for the day before I sign off. Let's see. Because after we get off, I'm probably going to write in here a little bit. So we did this page. Well, we did some of this page because we already had some things going on here. So I added this. Look, I added it upside down too. There's no mistakes in crafting. So I flipped that over because it was upside down. And I put this tea bag in here. See? Beautiful trash, you all. And then we made a tab. This was just leftover, not journaling, but cardstock paper that I had. And let's see, what else did we work on for today? We're only going to look at the stuff that we worked on for today, even though you guys can see all the rest of this stuff. Oh, I forgot. I said I was going to make a tab every time I worked in here. So I got to make tabs for some pages. And then we worked on this page. We made this into a pocket, or double pocket, with some tags. We worked on a tag, and we made this tag into a tuck spot, which I never did before. I feel so brilliant. I haven't even seen anybody do that before, but I'm sure it's out there. And then this is just a regular tag. And then we made this into a journal spot as well, journaling card, Junior Mints. So you can turn some of your favorite candies, candy boxes, if it doesn't have too much food product on it, and you can make it into a journaling spot as well. And I think that's it. So let me make a tab and a paper clip because I'm just all into the tabs these days. So let's see, what can I use that I have on my desk that I can use for a tab? Because I'm too lazy to get up. I'm gonna use. I have this little piece, and I have some of this. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put these together. And I'm just going to bend them over like that. See how easy it is? Just to, I'm not even thinking too deep into this. And, oh, got stuff on here. Just gonna cut some of the excess off. And before I cut this down, I'm gonna see where I'm gonna put this tab at, because I don't know. Let's look. I'm gonna look at the tabs here. And some of them are overlapping a little bit, but that's okay. I don't really care about that. You're gonna use a map. Use a map from your genealogy. Oh, for your genealogy. Oh, that's a good idea. Vintage. Yes, I love the maps. Let's see. I'm gonna put this one like on this page back here, like about right here. So, even though I haven't done anything on this one yet, so what I'm gonna do is let me cut this a bit of this excess off. And you can see I'm not gluing this together or anything. I'm just kind of layering it. And I did put the paper in between. Oops, I put the paper in between, but you don't really have to do that either. I could have just put it right on the top. And then I'm just trying to make sure it's not sitting out too far. Get my Tim Holtz out again, because I like this one. And we got a tab. So that's another tab in here. Don't ask me why I done went tab crazy. And a paper clip. We're gonna do a paper clip also. Let me get my paper clips out. I'm gonna use a small paper clip. Now I'm trying to go fast because I was only gonna stay on here for a bit, but you know how that goes. And let's see. I am going to use. She's looking. I'm trying to find something that's already on my desk. But I don't know. Let's look in a little jar here and see what's inside. Let's look in our jar. Oh, I'm going to use. No, that's too big. Let's see. Do I have one this color on here? Yes. I'm trying to use like different pieces. Okay, I got some of that. I got some of this one. So this is like my little scrap jar, and I just keep it up here because I can make tabs and stuff with this one. I'm gonna use this. This fabric is so soft. I used this inside of one of the journals that I made. I actually gave that journal to my daughter. She was eyeballing it. It was her birthday, so I broke down and gave it to her. So I'm gonna use this piece right here. And so let's take our scissors and give her a cut. I probably can make 2 paper clips out of the length of this, but it's so hard to work with a short piece of fabric. So I'm not. I'm gonna take our big paper clip here, and mind you, I didn't like glue any of these paper clips. The fabric almost kind of holds itself. I may go back and put some glue on them because these are gonna live with this journal. I'm not gonna ever take them off. So alright, so that's like really too long, even though some of them are long, but I'm gonna cut this down. Don't think I'm throwing this little piece of material away though. Believe me, she can do something with that. And there we have it. Another beautiful fabric piece. So let's see where we want to put this one at. I see exactly where I want it. I'm gonna put it here on this. have like a little piece of washi hanging out here in the cut, which I should have cut yesterday when I did this one, but I didn't. That's okay. So that's gonna go there. Ta-ta! Because I like all of that, and I like all of this, and yay! And look, it's getting fat. So you can see, we probably can see from the bottom better. It's getting a little bit fat. We have some strings hanging out. So I like all of the fabrics because I love the textures. I always say that the textures in your journal and the colors should really inspire you to write, and it does for me because I like again I love just flipping through, flipping. Oh, it's lovely. So if you haven't seen how I made this journal, because this was a very easy journal, you can see it is built to be used. It's very sturdy. It's not going to come apart. You can make one of these for yourself as well. And now our sorry silk is on here, so that makes it a little bit easier to hold things together. You just need like a little ribbon or something to hold it together. So you can see down in the bottom, I have the link to the playlist, and the playlist not only has a tutorial on how to make an easy junk journal, but also it's going to have all the process videos in it as well. So once this one goes live, I'm going to add this one to the playlist as well. So you can actually binge on it, because I didn't want to just make a tutorial that shows you how to make it. I wanted to show you and give you some ideas as to how to use your junk journal also. So I want to thank everybody for coming on with me. I really, 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 really enjoy doing the junk journals, and I really enjoy sharing it with y'all. And I'm really, really loving my junk journal right now. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna sleep with you tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off because I got to get some work done. And I know you guys have some Christmas shopping and all that stuff to get ready for the weekend. So if I don't come on before Christmas, I wanted to just say have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you have a beautiful holiday season. Enjoy your family. I'm going to enjoy mine. And with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. See you guys later.